Have you ever wondered how we got from a wild, plain brown rabbit to the incredible rainbow of bunnies we see today? From jet black to shimmering lilac, the world of rabbit colors is way more complex and fascinating than you might think. Today, we're diving deep into the history, genetics, and sheer beauty of every rabbit color on Earth. So, grab a carrot, get comfy, and let's explore this colorful journey together. Believe it or not, every single domestic rabbit, no matter its size, shape, or color, traces its ancestry back to just one species. The European rabbit, this wild rabbit originally from the Iberian Peninsula, which is modern-day Spain and Portugal, had a brownish-gray coat perfectly camouflaged for its natural environment. So how did we end up with bunnies that are blue, chocolate, or even frosted pearl? Our story begins around the year 600 AD with French monks. They were among the first to keep rabbits in enclosures, primarily for food and fur. This was the first step in domestication. By keeping them contained, they started to notice natural mutations. A rabbit might be born with a slightly darker coat or a patch of white. Instead of these unusual rabbits being quickly picked off by predators in the wild, they were protected. The monks, being practical, began to selectively breed the rabbits that were larger or had more desirable fur. Over centuries, this practice of selective breeding exploded. People weren't just breeding for food anymore. They were breeding for aesthetics. They wanted unique pets, beautiful show animals, and luxurious fur types. This intentional selection is what unlocked the genetic treasure chest hidden within the rabbit's DNA. Genes that would have been disadvantageous in the wild were now preserved and combined, leading to the creation of dozens of distinct breeds and a mind-boggling spectrum of colors and patterns. What started with a single wild rabbit has blossomed into a living art form, a testament to both natural genetics and human creativity. Now, let's get into the fun part, exploring all these amazing colors. To make sense of it all, we'll group them into families, starting with the most straightforward, the solid or self-colored rabbits. These rabbits have fur that is the same color from the tip all the way down to the skin. First up is black. A true show-quality black rabbit is stunning. It's not just dark, it's a deep, glossy, jet black, almost like polished obsidian. Underneath that top coat, you'll find a dark slate blue undercoat, which gives the color its incredible depth. Next, we have blue. Now, this isn't a bright cartoon blue. In the rabbit world, blue refers to a beautiful slate gray, like a stormy sky. A good blue is even and consistent, without any weird silvering or fading. It's a dilution of the black gene, creating a softer, more subtle, but equally elegant look. Then there's chocolate, and it's just as delicious as it sounds. This is a hishy warm, dark brown, reminiscent of a bar of high-quality dark chocolate. It's a deep and inviting color that you just want to reach out and touch. From chocolate, we move to a truly magical color, lilac. This is one of the most sought-after and ethereal shades. It's not purple, but a soft dove gray with a distinct pinkish or lavender hue, especially in certain lights. It's a dilution of both the black and chocolate genes, resulting in a delicate, almost mystical color that seems to shimmer. Finally, in the solid group, we have white. But even white isn't simple. There are two main types. The ruby-eyed white, or rue, is a true albino. It lacks all pigment, resulting in pure white fur and pinkish red eyes. Then there's the blue-eyed white, or BEW, which has a different gene that removes color from the fur but not the eyes, giving it striking blue eyes against a snowy white coat. Now let's move on to something a bit more complex. The agouti patterns. If you look closely at a wild rabbit, you'll see its fur isn't just one solid color. Each individual hair has multiple bands of color. This is the agouti pattern, nature's original camouflage. The most classic example is the chestnut agouti, which you might know as the wild rabbit color. The fur has a dark slate base, a reddish-brown middle band, and is tipped with black. This creates a rich, earthy, multitonal look that's incredibly dynamic. A very popular variation of this is the chinchilla. Named after the South American rodent, this pattern replaces the reddish-brown band of the agouti with a pearly white. The result is a stunning silvery gray coat with black ticking. It's a sophisticated and beautiful pattern that gives the rabbit a frosted, almost sparkling appearance. If you take the chestnut agouti pattern and apply the blue dilution gene, you get opal. Instead of black ticking on a brown base, you have blue ticking on a lighter, fawn-colored base. It creates a softer, more muted version of the agouti pattern with a lovely bluish-gray cast. Another beautiful variation is the lynx. This is the agouti pattern on a lilac or chocolate base. It results in a light tan or fawn-colored surface with a lilac or dove-gray sheen. It's a very delicate and warm color, like a sun-bleached version of the classic agouti. And finally, there's the squirrel. As the name suggests, it looks a bit like a gray squirrel. It's essentially a diluted version of the chinchilla pattern, where the black ticking is replaced with blue, creating a soft, silvery blue-gray appearance that is truly unique. Now we get to the really artistic and eye-catching patterns, the ones that look like they were painted by hand. Let's start with the marked group. The most famous is the broken pattern. This is any accepted color like black, blue, or chocolate appearing as patches on a white background. There are different types of broken, from spotted with lots of color to Charlie, which is almost all white, with just a few markings. Each broken rabbit is a unique work of art. Next is the Himalayan or pointed white pattern. This is a temperature-sensitive gene. The rabbit has a white body, but the cooler extremities, the nose, ears, feet, and tail develop color. The most common is a black pointed Himalayan, which looks a bit like a Siamese cat. This pattern is fascinating because the darkness of the points can change depending on the ambient temperature. Then we have tortoiseshell, often just called tort. This isn't a mix of patches like a calico cat. Instead, it's a beautiful blend of a rich orange or fawn color on the body that shades into darker points of smoke gray blue or black on the nose, ears, and flanks. It's a smooth, seamless gradient of color. One of the most dramatic patterns is the harlequin. This is a truly spectacular pattern where the rabbit is split into alternating patches of two different colors. A classic Japanese harlequin might have alternating patches of orange and black. In a magpie harlequin, the orange is replaced with white. The ideal show harlequin has a face that is perfectly split, one color on one side and the other color on the opposite. This genetic marvel is always a showstopper. Closely related is the tricolor, which is essentially a broken harlequin. It has a white base with patches of two other colors, like black and orange, creating a vibrant calico-like effect. Let's look at some specialty shading. The sable pattern is gorgeous. The rabbit has a lighter main body color, typically a creamy beige or sepia, which gradually darkens to a deep, rich sepia, brown on the head, ears, feet, and back. It looks like the fur has been delicately airbrushed. A lighter version of this is the Siamese sable, which has a more subtle contrast. And finally, one of the most enchanting and rare-looking colors, frosted pearl. This rabbit has a pale, pearly-colored undercoat with darker tips, giving it a shimmering, frosty appearance. Colors like sable pearl and black pearl are incredibly subtle and change depending on how the light hits the fur, making them seem almost magical. From a single humble wild rabbit hopping through the fields of Spain, we now have this incredible over 50 recognized breeds and a stunning palette of dozens of colors and patterns. It's a living history book written in genetics. Every single rabbit, whether it's a purebred show champion or a beloved mixed breed pet, carries a piece of this amazing legacy. Each color tells a story of survival, mutation, and the deep connection between humans and animals. It's a reminder that sometimes the most beautiful things come from embracing the variations that nature provides. If you loved exploring every rabbit color on Earth with us, show some support by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. Let me know in the comments which color is your absolute favorite. Are you a fan of the classic chestnut, the magical lilac, or the dramatic or look. Your support means the world and helps us bring you more amazing content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.